let's move on to page 6. And this page measures 6.5, it looks like. Let's see what I got. 6 5/8. So I got one piece that's 6 5/8 by 6 5/8. One piece that's 6 5/8 by 7 5/8. And I'm going to score that on a 1/2 inch of both sides. That's going to be my main page. And then I have two pieces that are cut to 7 inches. One is by 3.5 and one is by 3. So 3 by 7 and 3.5 by 7, right? 3 by 7 and 3.5 by 7. I'm going to score each one of those at a 1/2 inch on the long side. And then I have two pieces, one cut at 3 3/8 by 6 1/4 and 2 7/8 by 6 1/4. So first we put our page together. As always, line it up at the bottom and on each side. And then I'm just going to go ahead and stick it on the gusset. When I was coming up with page designs, I was trying to come up with page designs that can be used small and large. And it kind of just goes to show you that you can adapt anything for a different size, almost. Alright, this is going to slide right over our hinge. Oops. Now, first, I think we're going to do these two long side pockets here, or side flaps. I'm gonna have one going that way, and one going this way, and one is bigger than the other. and they can overlap. I'm going to put the big one on the bottom. Line it up with the outside edge and the bottom. And same with the top. And we made it, I think, 1/8 inch shorter than the actual page, so you won't have any problems with that. And I'm just going to line this one up with the bottom one. There we go. We got this and this. Now, the reason why we did gussets on these two and that's not going to be big enough. You know, okay, so I scored both of these at a 1/2 inch. This one, the smaller of the two, is going to go here to flap down. I'll line that up with the outside of the page. And this one, this one is going to go on the top of this one to fold up. And again, line it up with the outside of the page. There we go. So when this one unfolds, it goes like that. Okay, so let's mat. That's it. That's all there is to it. A little mat. And this one is, just double check. This one's 6 5/8 by 6 5/8. So let's make the mat 6 1/2 by 6 1/2, and I'm going to play off of this navy and use this navy stripe. Like that. There we go. And then this is 6 1/2 by 6 1/2 also. I'll use this plaid. And we're almost to the point, after this page, everything is going to be smaller than 6 inches. So we're almost to the point where we can I'm going to have to cut this down to a little bit less than 6.5 because these will hit it. So I'm going to take like a, let's try a 16th off. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, everything will be less than 6 inches. So it'll only take like a quarter of a 12 by 12 sheet. And we'll get to use all the scraps from what we've already done because they'll be bigger than the actual pages. Okay. Now I gotta figure out what side is shorter. Yep, this side's shorter. So, yep. I'll make sure I line it up straight. There we go. And then got some different sizes here. So let's see, we got this one needs to be matted at about 2 5/8 by 6. So we need 2 5/8 by 6. I'm going to use some patterns for those. On the outside. Right side up. And then I'll put the yellow on the inside. And then the bottom is going to be, we're going to mat it at 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. I'll need 2 of those. I think that pattern's like too big, I think. Not this one. Not big enough. We can use that one. Okay. I need another 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. beige. And then this one is, the mat's going to be 2 7/8 by 6 1/4. I think I'll use that one on that. Okay. Okay, and then I'll need another 2 7/8 by 6 1/4. Oops. Use this one. And then the last one for this page is going to measure 2 by 6, and I need 2 of those. It's not quite big enough. Let's use this and this. Both cut to 2 by 6. Could have cut them a little bigger, like 2 1/8 by 6. Alright, halfway done. I have the mat for this page is 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. Put that in there. Okay, so now we're going backwards, so page 5, which page 5 is going to be a smaller version of, or no, page 5 is the last of the unique pages. Okay. So, let's see here. Alright. Page 5 measures 6 by 6. So I got one 6 by 6 and one 6 by 7. 6 by 7 we score on 2 sides at a 1/2 inch. one at 6 by 3.5 and one at 6 by 4. And this one is 3.5 by 7. Now, okay, the 3.5 by 7 gets scored on the long side at a 1/2 inch. Now, I got all the lights on I can get on, and it's still, the shadows are horrible. Oh, it's almost better for me to film at night. Then the only shadows I have are my own. Alright, the 6-inch page is a little tight for this, so I'm going to trim her down a little bit. I suppose it depends on how straight cut too. Much better. Alright. Now, okay, and then these two flaps. Super simple. One's a little longer than the other one, so however you want it to be. I think I want the right side to go over the left side a bit. So that'll go down first. this one at an 1/8 inch smaller. And I'll put this pocket on the inside. So now this one is 6 7/8, scored at a 1/2 inch on both sides. Make sure it fits. A little change there. I did something wrong on my measurements for sure. Alright, let's map this page. So it should measure 6 by 6, so let's make it 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. I'm going to use this paper. On the back. Perfect. I could have used this paper too. It would have went well with the brown. Maybe a bit too much brown. Okay, and then we can do, should be able to do 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 again. Maybe, let's try 5 5/8 by 5 3/4 here. Let's do a solid green. And then this one's going to measure 2 7/8. So you just take that pocket that you're matting and you get enough paper for the whole thing, and then cut it down to the mat size of your pocket, and you should end up with 2 pieces perfect. One slides down in. There we go. Now I'm going to need 2 pieces that measure whatever this measures. Let's do 3 1/4 by 5 5/8. I would like to use I don't like that paper. Oh, I don't like this. How about this one? I'm going to cut down to 5 5/8. I'm going to cut this one to 3 1/4. And then I'll go ahead and cut this one to 3 5/8. I have a dog on here with one of those cones on its head. I feel so bad for it. It's such a pain to have one of those on your dog. I mean, imagine being the dog. Okay, I think I cut this very crooked. Or just very short. Let's try 3 3/4 on that instead. I'll use that other piece for the other side of this. Put that on there, I was like, wow. That was a huge difference. Okay. Oh. What the world did I do? This page wants to give me problems. Okay. Now, I already put glue on it. I can't use it for that side unless I use the same pattern. Alright, I'm going to put that up there. We'll use it for something. 5 5/8. See, I already have these houses in 2 spots. How about this? Okay, 5 5/8 by 3 1/4. And 5 5/8 by 3 3/4. And then we'll put a 3 by 4 card on here also. Across these two here. Let's see. Or maybe a 4 by 4. Let's put a 4 by 4 on there. How about the poodle in the bathtub? Because I love it. That's 4 by 4, and I'll just cut a mat down to 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then glue on half of it. And you can always make this a magnetic closure too. There, that's cute. Cute, cute. Halfway done. Okay, so I decided that this does need a magnet, so I have my basic gray magnets here, which are hard to find, but they do have those at Country Craft Creations. And just going to pull up my flap, put the magnet underneath. And then if I can pull this side up, yes I can. I need a little bit more. There we go. Down and cover. That's better. I like that better. I love this picture, and I love it with the plaid on the background. I think that's awesome. Okay. So now we can go on to the next pages.